Taking apart a hydraulic cylinder that functions at 3,000 to 3,500 psi is complex and hard. But what if it's really not? The following video is only intended to demonstrate general maintenance and repair processes. If after watching this video you need further assistance or have any questions, please contact your dealer or Danuser. Prior to assembling, installing, operating, maintaining, servicing, removing, or moving the attachment, make sure to read and understand the operator's manual. Welcome back to another In The Shop video. I'm Shawn with Danuser. When you have a leaking or malfunctioning hydraulic cylinder, you've got two options. You can replace the cylinder completely, or you can install a new seal kit. The common argument for just replacing the cylinder, aside from expediency, is that taking apart a hydraulic cylinder that functions at 3,000 to 3,500 psi is complex and hard. But what if it's really not? In this video, we're going to be installing this seal kit into this hydraulic cylinder. Let's grab our gear and get started. For this video, we're going to be using the tilt cylinder from an SM40 hammer, but it's going to be the same overall process for most of our hydraulic cylinders. Now you guys that just grabbed the biggest pipe wrench you own, threw on a tank top and started walking towards your workbench in slow motion like you're in a 1980s action movie, go ahead and hit that pause button, because this cylinder's got a little secret. Locate the rubber plug on the side of the cylinder and remove that. This is getting reused, so make sure you don't lose it. We're going to secure this on our bench vise before we move on to the next part. Now we're going to grab a pick and we're going to lift up the end of this retention wire that we can just see through this port. Once we have the retention wire lifted up, we're going to be able to turn our cap and feed that retention wire out. And this cylinder's little secret, unlike many, the cap is not threaded. It uses an easily removed retention wire to hold the cap in place. Once it is removed, the cap itself can be removed with relative ease, facilitating much easier service and seal replacement. Now that our retention wire is out, we're going to be able to work our cap loose and then remove the cap, rod, and piston assembly. Then we can pull our cylinder body back out of our bench vise so that we can inspect the inside for any scratches, gouges, or damage that's going to keep it from functioning properly. Once we've inspected it, then we're going to clean it up, cover up all the openings, and set this off to the side. Next, we're going to secure our rod, piston, and cap assembly in our bench vise, and then we're going to remove our retention nut, the piston, and the cap. Remove the piston, and then the cap. Then we're going to take our rod back out of our bench vise and set it off to the side for just a moment. Take a moment to note the layout of the seals in the cap and the piston. Once you have those, then it's time to start pulling those old seals out. Now that your old seals are off, clean up the piston, cap, and rod. Then do an inspection, make sure there's no damage. Once that's done, it's time to start putting new seals on. Now that our new seals are in place, it's time to put all these parts back together. We're going to start by re-securing our rod into our bench vise. Then we're going to reinstall the cap, followed by the piston, and then the piston and retention nut. Putting just a little bit of oil on the rod is going to help the assembly go together a lot nicer. Make sure when you're installing the piston that that little groove is facing the piston O-ring. Next, we're going to put a little bit of oil in our cylinder body. We're going to put a little bit on our seals as well to help reassembly go smoother. Next, we're going to go ahead and reinstall this assembly into the cylinder body. Now, the use of a mallet might just help with this a little bit. It's kind of a tight fit. Next, we're going to finish seating our cap, and then we're going to reinstall it in the bench vise. Next, we're going to spin our cap until we can see the wire retention hole through that port. Once we can see the hole, we can start to refeed our retention wire. Once we have it started, we're just going to keep spinning this cap until our retention wire is fully seated. Finally, put the small rubber plug back in place. If your rubber plug got lost like ours did, put a dab of black silicone in place and that'll help keep it free from debris. You're now ready to reinstall the cylinder back onto the implement and get back to work. Is it as fast as using a new cylinder? Of course not, but it's still a pretty quick and easy way to save a few bucks. If you have any questions or comments, let us know by social media, email, phone, or chat. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to check out our other videos. Until then, get out there, crank up your stereo, get your hands dirty. We'll see you in the next video.